We are coming to you today with brand new information on the disappearance and untimely death of Sydney Sutherland. Originally, we were being told Quake Lewellyn, previously known as Jeremy Davis, admitted to having a part in Sydney's death, but today we found out what he said was complete and total bogus, as I suspected all along. There's no way he would be facing capital murder charges if his story was in fact true. Even if he did in fact hit her on the side of the road while she was jogging, panic, and then hide her body after accidentally killing her, if that were the case, there would definitely be different charges brought against this so-called man. Either way, we now know he was lying the whole time. Just this afternoon, August 24th, Quake Lewellyn had his first court appearance. Per Mitchell McCoy and Shelby Rose with local news outlets, who were said to be in court, Special Agent Mike McNeil alleged that Quake was traveling westbound on County Road 41 when he saw Sydney walking the day she went missing. It is alleged he passed her by, only to turn around and return to her location. After going back to Sydney's location, Quake is alleged to have abducted her and put her in the back of his pickup truck. He then took her back to some farmland, sexually assaulted her, and then proceeded to bury her body shortly thereafter. Now, when I say he is alleged to have done these things, I only say that, seeing as we don't have any evidence or court documents stating what happened at this time. But this special agent is saying Quake himself admitted to these accusations at some point. He was then arrested after Sydney's body had been found August 21st. At some point on the very same day Sydney was found, Quake also joined a public Facebook group devoted to finding Sydney and discussing potential leads, rumors, facts, etc. With that being said, I can't seem to wrap my mind around this being the first time Quake has committed such a heinous crime. The prosecutor advised they found probable cause, and Quake has been ordered to be held without bond at this time on the charges of capital murder, rape, and kidnapping. His next court appearance is an arraignment and is currently set for October 1st, 2020. Just as a quick recap, Sydney Sutherland was your all-around, 25-year-old girl next door. She grew up in a very small, close-knit town where everybody seems to know everybody. There are less than 400 people who live in Grubbs, Arkansas, where Sydney said she lived, on Facebook. According to Wikipedia, there were only 310 students enrolled in grades 8 through 12 during the school year of 2010 to 2011. It's been rumored that Sydney and Quake attended the same high school, further proving they in fact knew each other prior to this incident. It's very possibly some students might not know everyone if they attended a rather school. But considering the fact that there were approximately 60 students, give or take, per graduating class during that school year, I don't see how that would be possible. There's also been some talk recently from a town local who called into the WTF channel on YouTube, who claimed Quake even had the nerve to go up to Sydney's mother and boyfriend and hug them during the search for her, in addition to participating in the search for Sydney. At least one person commented on our latest video saying the sheriff confirmed Quake did not participate in the search for Sydney. But up until this point, I have heard many people saying he did or he didn't participate in the search for Sydney. We have been anxiously awaiting more information so we can learn the facts of this case. We hope more information will come from court documents expected to be filed in the near future. I also wanted to take a moment to discuss just how important it is to protect yourself, especially if you're a female, when jogging or working out alone, even out in the middle of the day. Hell, everyone. Please protect yourself everywhere you go, no matter if you're alone or with someone you know and trust. In this instance, Sydney was alone, but she was jogging during the middle of the day in her hometown. Something every single woman in this country should be able to do without having such awful things happen to them. It's not enough that there are evil predators out in this world that are unknown to us. Now, we have to pay that much more attention to even those we do know in such situations. Please do not take the last comment as victim bashing. Sydney is not to blame in this situation in any way, shape, or form. I just want others to see this can happen to legitimately anyone, and even by the hands of someone you know. With that being said, most smartphones have an SOS feature that you can set up in case of an emergency. Most phones will then send a text message to whoever you select for this alert, with a picture and your GPS location to them. There are also apps that allow you to share your location with people you choose at times you choose. I personally know some people who send their location to someone every single time they leave their house to go on a run. It may seem a little much at the time, but looking back, it will never seem like enough. I also suggest every single person out there to educate themselves on their state and local laws when it comes to protecting themselves. There are many additional options out there, such as pepper spray, tasers, concealed carry licensing for weapons, etc. I'm not suggesting any one person do any one thing, as it's not that easy. If it was, I bet more people would protect themselves in some way. While we're still unsure if Sydney had anything on her to protect herself or if she had any emergency plan in place for such occurrence, but I don't feel like I would be doing this podcast or those who listen to it any justice by not bringing up such things. Let's also not forget, Quake was not a stranger to Sydney. At this time, it appears there's no reason at all that she should have been suspect of Quake pulling over on the side of the road for any reason other than to say hi, and is how her mom was doing, right? Next time, please think again, especially when you're in a vulnerable situation without a single sign of help in sight. We also want to extend our deepest condolences and heartfelt prayers to those who knew and loved Sydney Sutherland. Although nothing will ever bring Sydney back, we hope this is the start to the justice Sydney and her loved ones deserve. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, and please share across your social media platforms. We'll see you next time.